Am I eligible? The Regional Center operates two separate programs, each with different eligibility rules. The Early Start program is for infants, birth to 36 months. The other program is for persons over 3 years of age who have a developmental disability. Each person referred to the regional center will be considered for services in one of these two programs. To be eligible for services, a person must have a disability that begins before the person's 18th birthday, be expected to continue indefinitely, and present a substantial disability as defined in Section 4512 of the California Welfare and Institutions Code, eligibility is established through diagnosis and assessment performed by regional centers. Infants and toddlers, age 0 to 36 months, who are at risk of having developmental disabilities, or who have a developmental delay, may also qualify for services. The criteria for determining the eligibility of infants and toddlers is specified in Section 9 to 5014 of the California Government Code. In addition, individuals at risk of having a child with a developmental disability may be eligible for genetic diagnosis, counseling, and other prevention services. For information about these services, see Early Start. The following are general criteria for regional center services for any person. Any person believed to have a developmental disability, and any person believed to have a high risk of becoming the parent of a developmentally disabled infant. Any person believed to have a developmental disability, and any person believed to have a high risk of becoming the parent of a developmentally disabled infant is eligible for initial intake and assessment services. In addition, any infant having a high risk of becoming developmentally disabled is eligible for initial intake and assessment services. Who is eligible for Early Start? One, children with a development delay of 25% in one or more of the following areas of development: social, emotions, interacting with others; adaptive, daily activities such as eating and dressing; physical, large and small movements; communication, pre-speech and language; cognitive, thinking and problem solving; two, children with multiple medical factors that place them at risk for a developmental delay, such as prematurity of less than 32 weeks and or low birth weight; prenatal substance exposure; or an infant or toddler born to a parent with a developmental disability. Three, children born with a condition with a known probability of causing a disability or delay such as Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, or fetal alcohol syndrome. An infant or toddler birth to age 3 may be considered at risk for a developmental disability if he or she has one or more problems associated with developmental delay or disability, such as low birth weight, prematurity, prenatal exposure to drugs, alcohol or teratogens, or severe medical problems at birth. Click Early Start for more information. If a person has a developmental disability, they can be referred for services from the regional center. In the state of California, the term developmental disability includes 5 conditions. These are intellectual disability, autism, cerebral palsy, epilepsy, and other conditions similar to intellectual disability that require treatment similar to a person with intellectual disability. A developmental disability must have occurred before age 18. Continue indefinitely, and must pose a substantial disability in 3 or more major life areas. The decision about eligibility for services is made by a TCRC interdisciplinary team. TCRC provides free intake and assessment services for infants and toddlers who live in the TCRC service area and who are believed to be at risk for a developmental disability. Often referrals are encouraged by a child's pediatrician and may also come from a public health nurse, child care providers, or a concerned parent or grandparent. An early start service coordinator will obtain information from the parent and coordinate any assessments necessary to determine eligibility. If eligible, the service coordinator will work with the family to coordinate early intervention services.